What's up everybody and welcome to a mod video on the Space Marine power armor for Fallout 4. So right now we are retrieving the armor. So basically I think the actual post is a little bit messed up. It says it's in an unmarked bunker to retrieve this armor, but the post says it's over there and it's actually over here. So just look around. Obviously here it is. And we are in like no man's land over here. So as you can see though, there's a bunker there, and then if you come over here we have a fusion core and a military grade circuit board. So let's jump into the bunker and see what we find. So now we are in the bunker. As you could tell, we do have this guy kind of floating around a little bit. We got some locked doors that we can actually open and find some random stuff in there. Not too important. I don't think there's anything crazy going on here. We have a stub nose 44 as well as this guy that's going to fall down now. But the one thing I do want to make sure, as I did in the beginning of this video, make sure you take that little circuit board thing because, well, you need to just use it later on. So let's go through here, and as you can see, we have a really nice interior here. And then we have some stuff going on in this really quite large bunker. So let's continue exploring a little bit and see what else we find. So now we do have a few synths. We're going to have to take these guys on. I did make my way a little bit down. Oh, crap. I did make, no, I don't want that open, but yeah, so I do have a plasma rifle with me. Oh, hello. So let's try and take down some of these synth patrollers that do lurk. So now I did finish off the remainder of the synths. You guys could, you know, probably explore this whole thing. I'm sure a lot of you will want to, but I'm more trying to just cut to the chase and get the armor. And as you can see, we actually have this kit. That's from Modern Firearms, his vest, but that is the synth leader that we did finish off. And as you come down here, as you can see, we have a very nice setup, and right here is the armor itself. So we can actually get in the armor, if I could get back behind it, if we so desire. So let's actually do that, and there you go. We can jump into the armor, but there are also some weapons down here that we want to pick up as well. So if you go make your way into this room, that is where we got the armor. You can see we do have some other things. We have all these guys that are kind of weirdly laying or floating around. But we also do have a scoped stalker bolt gun, as well as a short automatic bolt gun and some 75 rounds. And then a bunch more, or a bunch of more rounds for them. And then we have some weapon workbenches and all that. Well, that's actually pretty much everything you want from here. There is nothing else going on that we're gonna miss. You can go explore the area a little bit, but what I'm gonna do is just take this fancy elevator located. Maybe I'm not gonna take the fancy elevator, so I'm just gonna walk out, and yeah, well, we'll see you back at my settlement. So now back at Red Rocket Truck Shop, we can check out wow, that was like a tongue twister, but we could check out the armor itself. Obviously, this is the armor based off of the 40k Space Marine series, so, or the Warhammer 40k series. I've personally never seen that or really had any experience with that, but I do know what it is. And yeah, so as you can see, we have some really nice modeling here. It almost looks a little bit, I hesitate to say cartoony, but it almost gives you a mechanist feel, where it's kind of like, not a joke, but whatever. I don't know what I'm trying to convey here, but it's a little bit too extreme for the Fallout 4 universe, but it is still really well made nonetheless. And especially I like this little open body part in the center. I like all the rust, and that massive skull with the wings on the armor itself looks really freaking nice. So now around the back of the armor, as you can see, we have this massive backpack looking thing. It almost looks like a jetpack, although it does not function as a jetpack. So maybe once we actually enable the jetpack, this will be functional. And then you still have like kind of the same stuff, but you have a really cool, I like the little like twisty wheel entry thing, and it's kind of hidden, which is, you know, pretty nice, because if anyone twists that, the power armor will basically exit with the fusion core a little bit protected there, as well as those little jets sticking out of the backpack on the sides. Otherwise, we still have the same kind of rust model going on. So the model of the power armor does look really good itself, but now let's go check out some of the different modifications we can make to the armor. So now in the workshop, as you can tell, we do have a lot of other colors, so there is a lot going on with this mod. I assume all of these different materials are actually from the Warhammer Wait, Warhammer 40k universe. I don't actually know, again, anything about them, and as you can see, I'm getting a little lag as I switch between them. I don't know if that's because it's a really high quality texture or what's up or what's going on there, but again, so we do have all different ones. We have Blood Angels, Blood Ravens, that's what I have equipped now. Every piece is the Blood Raven armor. We have the Imperial Army, etc., etc. So these are some really cool paint jobs. The Space Wolves are actually really nice as well, and we could put all these on the different parts. There's actually some pretty unique kind of designs on each of the arms as well, so it's not just the same design on every single one. We do have some different ones on, again, some of the different designs we have. So the Space Wolves taking an interesting approach. I know the at least what I know about this universe is it has quite a few kind of like loud and different colored designs. So I also do have a jetpack on. Obviously that is the jetpack, not whatever I was looking at before. That before what I was looking at was just some vents, but as you can see, as we change the color, I think the torso looks absolutely fantastic, especially that skull with the wings changing there. It looks really freaking good. So as you can see, as we cycle through all of them, they change color and just look, again, really freaking good. So I actually really like the Blood Angels one, but we'll stick with the Blood Raven paint for now. And let's go check this out in action. So now we do have this massive jetpack on the back of the power armor, and as you can see, it actually looks really good. It is just like laughably large. You'll be able to tell a little bit better as I kind of go fly around, but yeah, this is like definitely a bulky and beefy power armor, which is pretty cool. It does have kind of has the stats to back that up. It is around the XO1 range as far as health and defenses go. So but yeah, so with the paint job, things do look really good. The material quality is really good. Very good job on the textures. So now let's go compare this to some regular power armor. So obviously this is on a hill, but as you could tell right now, the two power armors are quite a bit different in size. The Warhammer 40k power armor does post itself as quite a bit larger. But again, let's actually check this out in action, and as you can see what I meant with that jetpack, it is really freaking big. So running around with this thing is a little encumbering, but let's see how it works when you actually use it. Oh, okay, so it doesn't seem like the textures are actually working here, but that's typically a glitch I actually have with my own game. I've had this on and off, and sometimes you just have to reinstall and uninstall some mods, although I do know the flames are pretty basic, so just imagine the flames are there, but I don't think that's actually to do with this mod, just to do with my personal install of Fallout 4. As you can see, it does look really cool, especially with the jetpack and all that flying around. It is a little weird not having any flames coming out, but yeah, again, I am in God mode, that's how I'm flying for so long. But yeah, the armor itself does look really cool, but now let's check out the two weapons that we did find. So the weapons are actually the only place I felt like this mod kind of fell short a little bit. So obviously here we do have the scoped rifle. I forget the exact name of it. It's like a stalker bolter, but as you can see, we do have the scoped one right here. But I just feel like, although it does have custom sounds, they feel, I don't know, they feel almost like, they just feel weird. It doesn't feel like that fits in totally right. The texture of the weapon itself though is still pretty nice. It does look pretty sleek and slick. Again, it goes with that kind of, I hesitate to say cartoony, but it almost doesn't fit in with the Fallout universe, but I see what that's what the mod's going for. I'm not like striking it for that, but it looks very weird in the Fallout universe. Everything looks extremely large and to an extreme. But again, the model itself and the texture are really freaking nice, and I do like that quite a bit about this, especially that little little thing that attaches to the scope. I think that's really modeled very well, and a lot of people get that stuff kind of wrong. So in action, you can kind of see what I was saying about the weapon looking a little weird as far as size goes again, but it still does look really nice. I am like accidentally aiming down as I use it, but again, it does look pretty cool as you're firing it. I really like that the slide moves and all that. Just little features like that look quite nice. Alright, so now we have the short automatic bolt gun, and I'm sure both of these have modifications, so we'll check that out next. But what we do with this is it's more like an SMG, it feels like a very big SMG that takes up half your screen, but again, an SMG styled weapon. It handles pretty much the same. It does have a different sound file, but it looks relatively similar to the past one. So as you can see right here, the weapon itself does have another really nice high quality model and texture. Again, that skull looks so good as it's like slightly coming out of the weapon, although the only thing I do wish is it just, again, it looks a little bit weird when the actual animations of the gun, like the reloading clips a little, and the sounds are on this one as well, don't sound just as good as the rest of the mod. That could just use a little bit of work. So now, as you can see in action, the slide moving, it looks so good. Well, actually, maybe it looks a little bit weird and glitchy, but it does look really good because a lot of weapon mods do not have that functionality. And as you can see, as you reload again, it does kind of clip through the weapon. Not many people have been able to fix that, but the few mods that do really do stand out. So let's go try and modify these weapons, and let's take on some enemies with this armor. So now, actually, in the weapon modification section itself, you can actually see how much damage these guns do. So 196 as well as 322. So that is absolutely insane. As you can see, you could change the ammo type. We have the .75 Stalker and then the Bolter, which are again .75, which that's a pretty freaking large bullet. If you think 50 caliber, this is firing 25% larger than, or 50% larger than 50 caliber. So yeah, and then we do have the barrels. There are two different barrels, although they seem to look exactly the same. They just have different like makeups, but if I actually put that on, it looks exactly the same. And oh, is that actually glitched? Can you not put that on? So yeah, so I guess there's really only one barrel there. We do have two different stocks though, which are kind of nice, and the recoil compensating stock that looks totally custom, which does look quite nice, as well as the other stock is also totally custom. And then we have some very custom magazines. I'm going to use the large drum magazine. Actually, you know what? Let's go with the small magazine for this kind of sniper DMR style rifle. And then we do have the scope. You do have a reflex sight as well, as long as the standard sights, but we'll just leave the stalker scope on this one. And then finally, we have some paint jobs. So we have red paint, a gilded receiver, so kind of a gold receiver there, some military paint, and then some pixel pattern orange fire. So I kind of like the default paint that it comes with. So I think I will leave that on, and we'll maybe change the other one a little bit. So then, of course, with the other weapon right here, the short automatic bolt receiver, so we kind of have the same kind of stuff here. You can change it to a stalker receiver, and that will do a lot more damage, but not nearly as much ammo. So as you can see, the ammo for this one was a little bit lackluster, and I think that is just an all-around more expensive ammo. And then we do have the rapid version, which is going to put the rate of fire up quite a bit, almost make it 100 times more. So let's do that one just to try it out. And then we do have the stalker barrel, or the short light barrel. So I guess I'll put on the stalker barrel, because why not? And then we do have the short stock, the full stock, and the recoil compensating stock. So let's put on the full stock. We'll put on the drum mag on this one. And as you can see, it's the same exact gun. These are just two different versions. But then let's leave on, or let's put on the reflex sight on this one. And then, oh god, what the hell? And then for this one, let's put on the pixel orange paint, which I think looks a little bit out of place, but that's okay. So I don't know who's doing what, but as you can see, the scope does look pretty nice. And the rate of fire is absolutely ridiculous on this one now with the drum mag, so we're going to have to spawn in some ammo. And then the same thing goes for this. So let's go try these two guys out in action and see what we could do. So just for context as to how strong this gun is, well, here's our first battle. And we do have Liberty Prime. So he's going to start throwing some nukes at me and start firing his laser. I don't want to die here. Yeah, but you can actually four-shot him with this weapon. That's just another Liberty Prime. So, oh, okay. So he's going to go fly into the air. And that's not like a glitch or anything. That's a legit Liberty Prime. This gun just does that much damage. So as you can see, 322 damage per shot is pretty extreme. I'm not really sure what other enemy I can take on, but I'll find something interesting. So I believe I found a little bit more of an appropriate match. We have, I think this is 30, right? Is that how many I spawned in? Yeah, 30 Brotherhood of Steel Star Paladin. So these guys are really, really strong. These are the strongest Brotherhood of Steel Paladin. And yeah, that guy's just glitched. So, but yeah, these are some really strong Brotherhood of Steel Paladins. I don't one-shot them, which is good. So let's try them out in battle and see how well or badly this goes. So, oh my god, that's going to be very loud. I can tell you already. So I kind of want to just shoot them a bunch of times in VATS, because I like getting the cool VATS B-roll. But so yeah, it actually 4 shots them or so, or actually like kind of 5 or 6 shots them. I almost had to use a whole clip to kill 2 of them. And so just for some context, I wanted to show you that, but these guys are, I'm gonna have to wait for them to kind of spread out a little bit, because right now they are a little bit too much. But as you can see, I pretty much take out their armor instantly with 1 bullet. But they do have a much higher DPS than me. So as you can see, actually, I don't know, that was taking quite a bit of damage. And let's try this one. So as you can see, it doesn't do too much damage, but does do quite a bit nonetheless. And the legendary enemy has mutated. So let's try this version of the gun, which shoots stupidly fast, and see what I can do with that. So as you can see, we do quite a bit of damage with that, but 30 of them is actually pretty dreadful. It's becoming really difficult for me to kill them. Did my helmet break off? No, my arm did break off though. So let's try and... oh, what is that? Oh, I think my arm broke off and it came out as a different texture. So let's try and fly up and do some like strafing runs almost. We can lay down some hell with this little gun right here. And as you can see, my armor is pretty much totally gone. So I am in immortal mode, so they can't actually kill me. But let's actually try and get some more VAT shots. So this is actually... oh, I'm out of ammo with that. But again, that was actually with... but as you can see, you do some serious damage with these things, and this is with the rapid fire gun. So this is not even like the fully upgraded one, and this is the one that does a lot more damage. Although it is kind of hard to tell because there are just so many enemies shooting me right now. What if we go run over this way, or try to? Oh, my jetpack's broken. So yes, I am now back in a power armor frame because my armor the armor doesn't hold up to the weapons nearly as much. Are those more Brotherhood? They are. So I can take that guy. See, I think these are regular knights, I believe, and these are just legendary knights, and I do a hell of a lot more damage to these guys. So this is a much more appropriate match. I didn't actually place these down here. They were just here from a previous video. So as you can see, it does kind of blast them away a little bit. These are the regular knights, so we had to place down the super OP knights, and even then, I'm pretty sure we took out about 5 of them in that short little burst, which, you know, that would take quite a few fat mans. So let's try and see if we can't get a little sniper action going on. Let's see. We do have this one trying to walk away from us. Let's show him why that's a bad idea. And there you go. So let's go for a critical strike right here. So unfortunately, we don't have the armor anymore because that would make a cool little shot, but we can still take him out. And they also do have all of modern firearms weapons, so that doesn't exactly help our chances either because those things are kind of OP. And let's try and blow some of them away. I think they're attacking my settlement. That's what's going on. But as you can see, the lights are coming, so they did recognize me over here, and we're just going to try and blow them away as quickly as possible. And I'm not doing quite as much damage as I would hope with them. I don't know, I blew away Liberty Prime, but these guys seem to be quite a bit of a more formidable opponent. But as you can see, again, with about 6 shots there, you can take him out. Well, upper body shots at least. I was kind of not having the best aim, but let's try and kill that one right there, as well as we do have quite a few much closer to me. So let's try and do some more range shots from over here. I really wish I had my jetpack still. That would be cool to kind of try and fly into a tree, but I don't. But I think that kind of gets the mod across. I'm just kind of getting buzzed with, but I'm just getting blown away with some bullets here. But I think that kind of gives you an idea of what the mod is. The weapons are pretty strong, so obviously I can't kill these guys, but I killed quite a few of them. But you can pretty much 3-shot anybody in the game that isn't super OP, so that's pretty cool. And even this guy, I'm shooting him, you know, kind of in the legs, and I did get him to mutated and half of his HP there. So, as always, I thank you guys for watching. I hope you're having a good 4th of July, and I hope to see you all next time. Later.